We got. Do I have to?
Learning curves. I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's all right. Do I have to sign back in? Accept the recording again, or is it?
It
is it
should
working?
be. It should be fine.
It's working.
It's
now.
working on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I have somebody signed out. You know what? I got to accept that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on my screen. Okay. Now, all right. I got everything.
Okay.
They make sure that I'm lined up properly. I think I am. Yep, this is about the best I can get. It's close. All righty. We've got another minute. See if anybody else arrives. I got my little doggy here by my side. He's camera shy though. He likes to take our yoga class. Okay. Well, I guess it's time and we could start. Well, welcome everybody to Connected Warriors Chair Yoga class, also sponsored by the West Palm VA. Go through the usual routine on the recommended little supplies. If you have a block always comes in handy to bring the mat up to you. A strap, you could use a strap, a belt, a tie, a scarf, a towel. Any of those options would suffice. I always keep a pillow close by if I want to rest it on my lap as we take a little bit of a break, and that works. And lastly, I recommend we have water to hydrate. So with that in mind, let's get started. Oops, I turn my phone off. That would help. Okay. Coming to a nice seated staff pose in our chairs. Roll our shoulders back. Focusing on our breath. Drawing the crown of our head up towards the ceiling. And anchoring into our chair if we prefer, because safety is of the utmost importance. So inhaling through our nose to the count of 4. And exhaling also through our nose to the count of 4 or more. It's your choice. Eyes open, eyes closed. Again, it's your choice. If you don't want to close your eyes, just bring your eyes to a soft gaze. Become aware of what's happening with your body as you inhale. Your belly, your ribs, and your chest will inflate. And then as you exhale, they will deflate. Just become aware of it. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, all expanding. Exhaling, just notice your chest, your ribs, and your belly deflating. If you want to set an intention for today's practice, this is a good time to do it. Not necessary, but it's a possibility that you may take advantage of. If you had your eyes closed, slowly begin to open your eyes. And if you haven't already made your way to the middle of your seat, just inch your hips a little forward. Always being aware that your safety is of the utmost concern. Do not put yourself in jeopardy of falling from your chair. So approximately halfway or whatever that is for you in your chair as we begin our practice. On the inhale, we're going to raise our hands all the way up to the ceiling. And with that, you bring your gaze up with you. Reach up. Exhale, we're going to float our hands down, turn our palms away from each other. And as we empty there, our hands arrive alongside our hips. Inhale, palms facing the front of the mat. And we're going to raise those arms and bring the gaze up with us. And as we fully inflate our lungs, our hands arrive up towards the ceiling. Press down on your sitting bones and reach up a little higher. Maybe you can bring your ribs along for the ride. Anyway, we're going to turn our palms away from each other and float our hands down alongside our hips one more time. Nice and easy. Just waking up the body. Inhale, we're going to reach up one more time. And while we're reaching up, we're pressing down to our sitting bones and rooting down with our feet. And looking up at our hands. On the exhale, let's float those hands back down, back all the way down, nice and easy. Now we get a little neck rotations in. So the imaginary pencil on our nose. And we start to rotate our nose in small circles in one direction, nice and easy. Try to coordinate it with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Pretty hard to do, but it is possible. So they're slow circles, nice and easy. Gradually making them a little bit larger. And larger. Your little snap, crackle, and pop. Then when you bring your chin to your chest, pause. Begin the circles in the opposite direction. Small circles first. See if you can coordinate that breath. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Get those, expand the circles a little bit. Do it gradually. Remember, if you're in pain, you back away. If you're uncomfortable, you just breathe through it. Last time around. And then bring your chin to your chest. We're going to create half moon cycles, bringing our right ear to our right shoulder, press down with our right hand towards the mat, and then swing our chin to our chest, and continue on over, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder and anchoring in with your right hand. Reach down deep with your left hand. So your left ear is chasing your left shoulder. Getting a good stretch in the right side of your neck. On the inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale, raise both arms all the way above, all the way up to the ceiling. Now, if it's available to you, turn your left palm so it's facing, the back of your hand is facing the right palm. Reach over and grab your left palm with your right hand and twist. No, excuse me, not twist. Bend to the right side. a little rotation in your left shoulder here, a little different stretch. If this is available, if it's not, turn your palm so it's would be originally facing the other palm, but your right hand right now is grabbing your left wrist, and it's pulling you a little deeper into the stretch. Make sure you're pressing down with that left sitting bone. Inhale, stretch up, release, bring both hands parallel, palms facing each other. This time, turn your right palm out if that's available, so that your right thumb is facing the front of your mat. Reach over with your left hand, grabbing onto your right wrist, and inhaling up, exhaling over to the left as we bend over to the left side. Breathe into it. Good stretch, good do different rotation for your right shoulder. Inhale up. Now release your your right wrist. Your palms are now facing each other. Interlock your fingers. Press your palms away from each, palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge over to the right. Feel the difference. Just allow yourself to feel that difference in the shoulder rotation. Continue to press down on your left sitting bone. It has a tendency to lift off. Reaching over, reaching deeper into the pose. Inhale back to center. Continue to press your palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale over to the left. Be aware of your right sitting bone trying to lift off that seat. Press into your right foot onto the mat. Breathe here. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Release your grip with your hands and bring your hands all the way down alongside your hips. We're going to extend our elbows out to a T and rotate those elbows in one direction. Just giving those shoulders a little massage, and then rotate them in the opposite direction. Very good. Come to cactus arms. Palms facing the front of the mat. Fingers spread wide in both hands. Press down on your sitting bones and draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. Reach over to the left, drawing that left elbow back, the right elbow forward. Breathe into it. Continue to open your fingers, spread them, fingers further apart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist over to the right. Draw that right elbow back, the left elbow forward. Spread your fingers, root down with your feet. Keep the body fully engaged. Keep the mind fully engaged. Think about what's happening with your body as you move into this pose, working with your breath. Inhaling and releasing, exhaling, moving deeper into the pose. Nice little spinal twist. Inhale back to center, hands on your knees. Moving into cat-cow. Using your hands on your knees. Inhale, draw your chest forward, your gaze up at the ceiling, expand your belly and round your, sway back. The cow pose. Exhaling into cat pose. Draw your belly button to spine. Round your back and your chin to your chest. Inhale for cow pose. Draw the chest forward, gazing up, nice stretch in the neck. Using your hands as claws. Pull on the tops of your knees, drawing your elbows back. Exhale into cat pose. Pressing to the tops of your knees with your palms or your belly button to spine, round your back. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale for cow pose. Nice sway back. Getting a nice little back bend here. Looking up at the ceiling. Exhale into your cat pose. Belly button to spine and chin to chest. Good round back. Really opening up the back, front of the body. Come back to neutral, inhaling. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up to the ceiling. On the exhale, we're going to bring our hands behind our back. Make a clasp with your hands. You have to adjust your seat a little bit. Adjust your, walk your hips out a little bit to allow your hands to make the clasp behind your back. Tuck your shoulder blades in closer together. On the inhale, look up at the ceiling and press your hands down towards the mat. Your clasp hands, draw your shoulder blades closer together. Nice stretch in the neck, in the front of the body. Opening up the front of the chest. Exhale, we're going to bring our chest, our chin down to our knees. Now, if it's available to you, raise those clasped hands on up towards the ceiling. Check your balance here. You're pressing into your feet and you're pressing back with your sitting bones. At no time do you want to jeopardize your balance. Good rotation on the shoulders. Bring your chin to the chest if that's available to you. Next inhale, allow your hands to come back down towards your hips. And slowly elevate the rest of your torso, your head up towards the ceiling, drawing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Release the grip with your hands and place your hands on your knees. Inhale, extend your hands all the way up to the ceiling one more time. Reach up this time. Bring your ribs up with you. Invite them. Have a party. Woo. Reaching up, pressing down at the same time as we press down with our sitting bones. Get a good stretch throughout the body. Breathe here. On the exhale, bring your hands behind your head, making a clasp with your hands. Draw those elbows back. Putting a little pressure on the back of your head with your hands. You draw your elbows back if that's available to you. Just allow it to happen. If not, just do what is comfortable for you. Inhale and draw the crown of your head up and press down with your sitting bones. Next inhale, raise your left knee off the mat about 3 inches. Exhale, release. If that was good for you on the left side, try it on the right. Inhale your right knee off the mat about 3 inches. Just hold. Exhale, release. Now let's try a little crunch here. Inhale. Draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring both elbows towards the front of your mat and just bring both elbows down to the knees, if that's available to you. Press into your sitting bones. Don't lose the length in your spine. Little crunch here as you're rounding your back. But safety is of the utmost importance. Inhale, release up. Spread those elbows. And if that felt good for you, let's move into a little deeper pose, a little deeper crunch. We're going to inhale, lift that left leg up to a level that's comfortable for you and bring the right elbow down so we get a little twist to meet your left knee. And breathe into it. Just hold the pose. Whatever you are is fine. There's no judgment here in yoga. Inhale, release the pose. But continue to hold your hands behind your head. You got to take care of the opposite side. A little bit of yin and yang. Press into your sitting bones, drawing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Inhale and raise the right knee off the mat, whatever distance is comfortable for you, and see, with an invitation, your left elbow comes down to your right knee, moving into a twist over to the right side, and hold. Inhale, releasing out of that, bringing the right foot down, releasing the hands from the top back of your head and returning them to the knee. Do a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, look up at the ceiling, draw your chest forward, your shoulders, shoulder blades closer together. Exhale into your cat pose, belly button to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose. Gazing up at the ceiling, a nice stretch in the abdominal area. Nice sway back. Exhale into your cat pose, chin to chest, round spine, belly button to spine. Inhale, come back to center. One more time, cactus arms. Inhaling up, spread the fingers wide. See if it's available for you to draw those elbows back, deeper into the pose. Just breathe into it. With your next inhale, bring your elbows to touch in front of you. If it's available and you've accomplished that, raise your elbows up. Inhale and release that. Extend both arms straight out in front of you. Place your right elbow underneath your left elbow. Bend your right elbow. Now place your right knee on top of your left knee, if that's available to you, without challenging your balance, or without jeopardizing your balance, shall I say. Inhale, we're going to twist over to the right, using that right elbow to draw the left elbow deeper in the pose, gazing out over your left hand. Continue to press down on your sitting bones and draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling as you move into this twist. Press down on that left foot, really rooting into the mat. Inhale, we're going to release out of that. Unwind totally, bringing your hands back to parallel with the mat, your arms parallel with the mat. We're going to place our left elbow underneath our right, bending the left elbow. Inhale and place the left knee on top of the right knee. We're going to move into a twist. If that's available to you, let's do it. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist over to the left side, looking out over your right hand. Breathe here. Work with your breath. You inhale and release. You exhale, move a little deeper. Don't forget to raise that left elbow. See if you can make that upper portion of the arm parallel with the mat. Breathe into it. Inhale, releasing back to center, unwinding, and coming back to a seated staff pose. Time to take a break. Maybe you want to take a drink of water, rotate your shoulders, stop your feet, whatever makes you comfortable. Well, we haven't finished working on those shoulders. If you have a strap, this is the time to bring your strap into play. Place the strap on top of your left shoulder. From a good seated staff pose, inhale, extend both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Bend your left elbow, grab onto the strap that's on your left shoulder. Bring your right hand behind your back. See if you can walk your fingers closer together using your strap, your tie, your towel, whatever you're using for an aid in this particular case. See if you can lift that left elbow up towards the ceiling a little bit straighter, and then walk your fingers a little bit closer. Just breathe here. Press your sitting bones down and press those feet into the mat. On the next exhale, we're going to do a little crunch. We're going to bring our left elbow towards our right knee. Breathe into it. Inhale, coming up out of the pose. And breathe. We're going back for one more time. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold over. Bringing that left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, come up. Switch the strap over to the opposite, to your right shoulder. Come to a seated staff pose. Press those sitting bones down. Always want that length in that spine. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up. Reaching up, bringing your ribs up with you. Your gaze follows. On the exhale, reach down with bend your right elbow, grabbing the strap. The left hand goes behind the back, grabbing the strap, and walking our fingers closer together. Inhale, find length in your spine. Draw the crown of your head up. Press down through your sitting bones and root down through your feet. Moving into another little crunch. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, fold over, bringing the right elbow down to the left knee. This really opens up the shoulders. Just work with your breath. You inhale and relax. Exhale, you move a little deeper. Remember, this is your practice. You do what you can do. Deep breathing irrigates and lubricates the body. Inhale up. And prepare for another little twist here, another little side bend as we move down, bringing the right elbow back towards the left knee. Exhaling into the pose. Working with your breath. Inhaling up. We'll see if those fingers can work together a little bit closer. You never know. Surprise yourself. Inhale and release your arms back to the seated staff pose. Take the strap, place it by your side. Inhale, extended mountain, seated staff pose, excuse me. Exhale, we're going to fold over, pausing halfway down, reaching out, bringing our hands all the way towards the front of the mat and pressing our sitting bones back, keeping our spine straight at this time. Exhale and bring the hands down. Let them just fall a little closer to either to the block, the mat, your knees, your shins, wherever it is. It's your practice. Just breathe here, working with your breath. Inhaling, you're relaxing. Exhaling, you look for that little additional room you might find. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. No matter. Inhale, exhale. Let's inhale and come to a half lift, wherever that is for you. For me, I place my hands on my shins, draw my shoulders away from my ears, flat back, pushing my sitting bones back into the chair. And inhale, come all the way up. Next time, we're going to place our feet on the side edges of our mat. Maybe at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, extend the arms all the way up as we move into a forward fold again. Exhale, nice and easy. Halfway down, we're going to pause and reach out a little further if it's available to you. Remember to press your sitting bones back and down. And then the next exhale brings us all the way down, wherever that is for you. We're in towards the center of our mat between our feet. Just breathe. Breathe here. Maybe if it's available, bring the chin to your chest. Moving a little bit deeper in the pose. Relax your head and shake your head. No. So you're looking out over the left foot, then the right foot. Pause. And let's do a yes. So you look at the front of your mat and then the back of your mat. Shake it. Come to stillness. Come to half lift. Wherever that is for you. For me, my hands are on my shins and I'm pushing my sitting bones back. Drawing the crown of my head up towards the front of the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Nice flat back. And inhale, let's come all the way up. And breathe here. Next inhale, raise your hands all the way up, preparing for another forward fold. Exhale, halfway down. Halfway down, pause and reach out in front of you. See if you can get your hands to go deeper into the pose as you push your sitting bones back. And come to your next exhale, bring your hands all the way down, wherever that might be for you. This time, walk your hands over to your left leg, whether you're grabbing your calf, your ankle, or your foot. Both hands are on that portion of your body, the left side. Now I want you to continue to hold that left leg with your left hand and extend the right hand on up towards the ceiling. Look at your right hand. Nice little twist here. Do a couple of breaths, holding it. Inhale, relaxing. Exhale, you reach a little bit deeper. Inhale, relax. Exhale, deeper. Next inhale, Bring that right hand back on down, meeting your left hand in the middle. And breathe. Now walk your hands over to your right side, grabbing onto your foot, your shin, your ankle, whatever it is, maybe your knee. Hold on to your right side with your right hand and extend your left hand on up to the ceiling with the inhale, the exhale, excuse me. Let's inhale up. And just breathe here. Work with your breath. Inhale and you relax. You exhale, you move deeper in the pose. Next inhale, you're going to bring that left hand down, meeting your right hand in the middle. And slowly come to half lift with another inhale. Exhale here. And inhale, come all the way up. Another time to shake it out. Maybe take another drink. Always good to hydrate. Let's do a little more work with our strap. We'll place the strap on the ball of your left foot. Make sure you're seated in the center of your chair. Inhale, raise your left leg up, straightening it out. Point the toes toward your nose, toes on your left foot. Make sure that right foot is anchored into the mat. On your next inhale, just see if there's more room that you could lift that left leg up, but always keeping it straight. Now place the strap in your left hand, both straps in your left hand. Your right arm comes out to a T, your left leg comes out to a T or any portion thereof. Just breathe with it. Work with your breath. See if the inhale allows you to raise that left leg a little bit higher. On the exhale, we're going to move the left leg in. Grab the strap with the opposite hand. With your right hand, your left arm goes out to a T. Now, if it's available to you, raise that right leg and left leg enough so it can cross over your right knee. Left leg over the right knee. Really working on the IT band here. Press down on your sitting bones. Just breathe into it. Keep your toes pointed back toward your nose on the left leg, left foot. Inhale, bring that left leg back in. Grab the strap and release your foot back down to the mat. Look for length in your spine as you sit up tall. Breathe into it. Exhale. Inhale. For the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax. Now let's put the strap on the ball of the right foot. Inhale, bring the right foot straight up. Straight up, we're holding the strap with both hands. Now that right leg is straight, spine is straight. Pressing down on the sitting bones. And inhale, see if that left leg can be lifted just a tad higher. Breathe into it. We're going to switch the strap over to our right hand, bring the left arm out to a T and the right leg out to a T. Now we're going to play with the idea of raising that right leg just a scotch higher with each inhale. We see if it's available. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right leg back in. Grab the strap with your left hand. Bring your right arm out to a T. Raise that right leg up. See if you can cross it over your left knee. A good stretch in the IT band on the right side. Spread the fingers on your right hand. Oh, my little dog is quitting me. He had enough. Okay. Just breathe into it. Inhale. Bring the right leg straight back. Release the strap. Release your right foot back down to the mat. Put the strap on the side. Move into a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, gaze up. Expand your belly. Bring your chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale into your cat pose. Belly button to spine and chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Nice round back. Inhale back to neutral. Shake it out. Ooh, shake those shoulders. Roll them in one direction and then roll them in the other direction. Ooh. All right. Anchor into your chair by grabbing both sides of your seat. Press down on your sitting bones and see if it's available to lift both feet off the mat. Now, windshield wiper your toes, your feet, as you swing them side to side. Ooh. All right, give them a little rotation. All right. So you can find a little distance between your feet and now rotate them completely internally. So you're bringing your toes towards each other and then away from each other. And then pause and then rotate them in the opposite direction. Whoa. One more time around. Pause. Got both feet all the way out. We're going to move into a boat pose. So bring the ankles next to each other. If you're secure in your seat and you're able to lift your left hand, arm straight out in front of you, parallel with your legs, this is the time to do it. If you're feeling secure enough to release the right arm straight out in front of you, you're moving into boat pose. We're balancing on our seat. Come on, now's the time to try a little bit of rolling. So we're going to put the oars in our hands and bring our elbows back and release forward. Exhale back, release forward. One more time, exhale back and release forward. Coming out of the pose, bringing our feet back down to the mat. Pressing into our heels at the opposite sides of our mat. So the left heel is pressing into the left side of the mat and the right heel is pressing into the right side of the mat. Inhale, extend both arms all the way up to the ceiling as we're going to move into a forward fold with a little bit of a twist. Exhale, we're going to bring both hands down towards our left foot. They land on your knee, your shin, or your foot, depending upon how flexible you are. Again, there's no judgment here in yoga, so wherever you are is where you are. And that's the only thing that matters. But then again, where you are, you work with your breath. You inhale and relax. You exhale, you find a little more depth, maybe. Bring your chin to your chest to help you move a little deeper in this pose. Breathe into it, working with your breath. Bringing your chest down on top of your left thigh. Inhale, wherever you are, walk your hand back up, all the way back up, seated staff pose, extended seated staff pose. Get out of the way there, Bentley. On the next exhale, we're moving over to the right side, bringing our hands down towards our right foot. And again, it doesn't matter where your hands land, your knee, your shin, or your right foot. You work with your breath, inhaling, relaxing, exhaling, you move deeper and deeper in the pose. Maybe you want to bring your chin to your chest. Just work with your breath. Bring your chest down towards your right thigh. At all times, make sure you're securely safe in your chair. You don't want anybody falling out of the chair. So if you feel that you're not safe, back off. A nice stretch for the lower lumbar, or actually for your entire back. Inhale, coming out of the pose, coming up to a seated staff pose. Maybe it's time to do a little bit of balancing. So we're going to move into our tree pose. In tree pose, you extend your left leg out, straight out in front of you, and cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle. That's one possibility for the tree pose. The other possibility is with your feet directly under your ankles, bring your the right sole of the right foot to the inner thigh on the left side. Wherever you are, bring your hands to heart center, and you're in tree pose. Press your hands into each other. Raise your elbows a little higher. Bring your shoulders back. If you would like to grow your tree, inhale and extend your arms on up towards the ceiling. And put a little wind in your tree, in the tree as you wave your arms from side to side, challenging that balance. Come to stillness. Bring your hands to heart center. Release your right foot back down to the mat. Draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, just in case it was crunched a little bit in that tree dismantling. All right, we're going to move into tree on the opposite side. Extend your right, one possibility, extend your right heel out, pressing your right heel into the mat, placing your left ankle on top of your right ankle. Bringing your hands to heart center. You're in tree pose. If you would like to move in a little bit deeper, place your right ankle underneath your right foot underneath your right knee. Bring your the sole of your left foot to the inner thigh on the right side. Hands to heart center. Pressing your hands closer together. A little isometric pressure here. And just breathe. Raise your elbows. Draw your shoulder blades closer together. If you would like to grow your tree, release your grip with your hands and extend your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Press down on your sitting bones, and now a little wind in the tree as you wave your arms from side to side. Again, make sure you're safe in your seat. Can't stress that enough. Come back to stillness. Come back. You're bringing your hands to heart center as you release your left foot back to the mat. And again, press down on your sitting bones and reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Place your hands on your knees. Moving into pigeon pose. So bring your hands down alongside your, down alongside your hips. Inhale, raise your left knee. Raise it all the way up to your chest and place your hands around your knee now. Bring in your knee closer to your chest as you exhale. Inhale, releasing and bringing your left ankle on top of your right knee as we move into seated pigeon pose. Grabbing onto your left foot with your right hand and using your left hand to assist your left knee deeper in the pose. Inhale, press down on the sitting bones. Find real length in your spine now, nice straight spine. Exhale, bring your chin towards your shin. Just slowly hinge forward. You feel this is a nice work on the hips. Opening up the hips. We hold a lot of tension in those hips. Breathe into it. Work with your breath. Inhale and release. Exhale, look for the prize. Maybe there is one, maybe there isn't. Just sink deeper and deeper. Remember to balance the intensity with no attachment to the outcome. Really has no bearing on it. Just move into the pose, what's comfortable for you. Inhale slowly. Release out of the pose. Bring the right foot down. The left foot down to the mat. Straighten that spine. Draw the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we're going to go hands alongside our hips, anchoring into our chair, rolling our shoulders back. Really straightening that spine. Inhale, we're going to raise the right knee off the mat. Now raise the right knee towards the chest. Use your hands to assist, bringing that right knee deeper towards your chest. With your next inhale, place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Use your left hand to assist your right foot and your right hand to assist your right knee. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold over. Slowly bringing your chin down towards your shin. Say hello to your hips. Just allow this pose to happen. Be curious what is happening. Inhale and relax. Another 2 breaths here. Inhale, coming out of the pose. Releasing the right foot back down to the mat. Coming to a seated staff pose. Just breathe here. Got one more twist to do before we move into our final pose. So inhale, extend the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Reaching up, looking up at your hands. On the exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind your back, grabbing onto either your ribs or the back of the chair, whichever is most comfortable for you. You're still facing forward. Inhale again, press down on your sitting bones. I want a real straight spine. Exhale, look out over your left shoulder. Twisting into the pose as we look out over that left shoulder. Working with our breath. Inhaling, relaxing. Exhaling. We move deeper in the pose. Press down on both feet though, and root down in those feet. Work with your breath. Another breath here. And then we're going to bring our gaze and only our gaze over our right shoulder with the next inhale. We cross the midline, press down on our sitting bones. Nice straight spine. Work with your breath. Use that breath to lubricate the bones. Inhale, releasing out of the pose, bringing both hands all the way up to the ceiling. Looking up at your hands, your fingers are spread wide. Exhale, your left hand down on top of your right knee. Your right hand goes behind your back, grabbing onto either your ribs or the back of your chair. Your choice. Inhale, straight spine, crown of the head up, sitting bones down. Still looking forward. Exhale, look out over your right shoulder. You twist into the pose. Now play with your breath. Inhale, relax. Exhale, when you know where to go. Inhale, we got 2 more breaths here. Relax. Exhale. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, we're going to bring the gaze and only the gaze over our left shoulder. Again, we cross the midline, press into your sitting bones. You're looking out over your left shoulder. You're getting good length in our spine. Breathe into it. Next inhale, releasing out of the pose, bringing both hands all the way up, reaching up and press down with your sitting bones. Exhale. Come back to a seated staff pose. Little cat-cow. One time here, and then we'll move into our final resting pose. Inhale, gaze up at the ceiling. Draw your chest forward. And expand the belly. Exhale. Chin to chest. Belly button to spine. Nice round back. Inhale back to center. And we're going to move into our final resting pose. If you would like to use your mat, if you're on your mat, bring your arms, your hands alongside your hips. Arms out about 45-degree angle. Both feet to the far edges of the mat. Adjust your shoulders so it's nice and comfortable for you on the mat. If you can spread your shoulder blades further apart. If you're sitting in your seat, maybe you want to rest up against the back of your seat. Hands alongside your hips or on your knees, whatever's most comfortable for you. Option here, eyes open, eyes closed, and focus on your breath. Just breathe. Draw your attention to your breath. Allow your breath to flow softly and quietly through your nose, into your throat and down into your lungs. Just follow your breath. As easy and as naturally as the breath flows into your body, just allow it to flow back out effortlessly. Watch your breath without trying to change it. And anytime your mind starts drifting away, just slowly bring it back into following your breath. Slowly we're going to start to wake ourselves up as we wiggle our feet, wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers. If you were lying on the mat, slowly bring your knees up towards your chest and rock side to side. Eventually landing on your right side and coming up to a comfortable seated position. I want to thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. It's always an honor and a pleasure, which I truly treasure. And as we bring our hands to heart center, the light in me sees and acknowledges the light within each and every one of you. When we bring that light together, we produce peace and harmony throughout the universe. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Jim, thank you very much. Amazon should be delivering my new charger on Monday, so when I see you Friday, you'll be able to see me as well.
All right. Look forward to it next Friday.
All right.
Everybody
Enjoy. Have a great
Be
weekend.
safe.
So
You
long.
too. Thanks.
Bye, Donica.
Oh, look who's here.
I stopped in.
Hi, Barbara.
Hello, Barbara.